Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll be discussing my top 5 resource gathering tips for Raft. Before we get started, I have a ton of Raft content on the way, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tip number 1 is a very obvious one if you haven't already, but all the items that float around in the water for you to gather all spawn in the same location on one side of the map. So whenever you guys are building the collection nets, make sure to aim them towards that one side. Tip number 2, once you found the location where all your items are spawning, make sure to build a sail and actually aim it towards that same place. This will actually move your raft forward towards the spawning point and actually pick up the resources a lot quicker. Tip number 3, once you found this little floating raft crate thing, once you're done actually traveling towards it, instead of just jumping in the water and then trying to chase your raft, just point your sail the opposite way, the same way that this raft is floating, and you can freely just go ahead, grab it, and not have to chase down your raft. Very simple. Tip number 4, very similar to tip number 3. When you have an island right next to, I know most of you probably will try to grab an anchor, throw it, and then latch yourself onto the island, which is great. But however, what's going to happen is the island will actually rotate your raft around, and all of your net collectors that you worked so hard on aligning perfectly with the spawn points will no longer align. So what you want to do is do the same thing, just grab your sail, turn it around, spin it around, and then you're next to that island for a very, very long time, allowing you to just dive in and grab as many resources as you possibly can. Tip number 5, it is completely worth it to spend the resources in upgrading your gear. A metal hook will gather resources underwater twice as fast as a plastic one, as well as flippers will allow you to travel underwater twice as fast, and an oxygen bottle will allow you to hold twice the amount of oxygen as without an oxygen bottle, which will allow you to gather resources 6 times quicker than what you're accustomed to. So it's definitely worth it, especially when you're trying to do a ginormous build and you need lots of stone and clay and scrap metal, which is obviously rare resources. This will allow you to do that much more efficiently. And yes, even though the oxygen bottle and the flippers have a duration, the duration is so incredibly long that the resources that you spent making those items is just minuscule. It's so small that you won't even think about it once those items break. And there you have it, folks. Those are my top 5 resource gathering tips in Raft. If you found this video helpful, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. If you want to see more Raft, or if you want to see another game, just leave me a comment in the section below and I will get to it as fast as I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching, guys.